Hello, welcome to the HR Diary. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use ChatGPT for sales. These are the 10 examples I will cover. I will cover how ChatGPT can help you with job description, interview questions, competencies and training plan, recruitment strategy, how ChatGPT can help you predict sales based on a course trainer's rating and course material rating, and how ChatGPT can help you prescribe interventions to enhance sales training effectiveness, draft high potential assessment criteria for sales account manager, draft tiered sales commission plan, explain sales commission formulas, and even write Excel formulas. So, how can we use ChatGPT for sales? Let's dive in and see it in action. Now, if I go to this website, chat.openai.com, I will be brought to this screen. Now, you will have to log into ChatGPT to come here. To learn how to sign up for ChatGPT, you can check out my YouTube video, this YouTube video called ChatGPT Crash Course. How to sign up and use ChatGPT. I have provided the link to this video in the description below this YouTube video. Now let's go back to my ChatGPT screen. So this is the ChatGPT interface. You can start asking questions in the text box here at the bottom of the screen. Now, let's get back to my Excel spreadsheet with our first example. So our first example here is to write a job description for sales account manager. So when we get back to the ChatGPT screen, I will type write a job description for a sales account manager in the education business. So you want it to write the description specific to industry. You can put it, if you're in the oil and gas, you can say oil and gas business. Or if you are in the technology business, you can write in the technology business, so that you can write the job description specific to your job scope. Then you can click on this, or you can hit the enter key. So once I click on this, you can see ChatGPT starts generating. This is the job title. It gives you the overview. It gives you the key responsibilities in bullet points. It gives you the qualifications. So this saves you a lot of time. Then from here, you see, it gives you specific to the education business. I want education business, so you say manage and grow portfolio of existing education business, develop, identify and pursue business opportunities in the education market. So it's specific to what you type in. It saves you a lot of time. You can just modify it a little, and you are done with a great job description. So you can also ask it to write in bullet points the decision making required for the above job description. And then I can press this or hit enter key on your keyboard. And it starts giving me the decision required for the above position. And I can also ask it, you can save time by copying this and right click, copy, and then you go to here, right click and paste. And now I want it to write in bullet points not the decision making, but the problem solving required for the above position. And then I click on this, and you can see ChatGPT lists down the problem solving required for this position. So ChatGPT has written the job description for the sales account manager. Next, I want it to draft the interview questions for the sales account manager. So I go back to my ChatGPT screen here, and I will ask it to write the job description. No, sorry, write the job interview questions for the sales account manager in the education business. And then I hit the enter key, and let's see what it writes. Here, great. It gives me the interview questions. For example, what motivated you to pursue a career in sales, particularly in the education industry? Right? So it gives me 10 questions. Now, I also want it to draft a case study to test the interview for the sales account manager in the education business. Provide me with the suggested answer to this case study. All right, then I click on this, and let's see. So now it's writing for me the case study and the suggested answer. That's great. Now, let's see. The next thing I want to show you is how ChatGPT can draft the competencies and training plan for sales account manager. So now let's go back to this chat openai.com. Now, how should we type it? I can draft the competencies needed for, wrong spelling here, needed for a sales account manager in an education business, and recommend the course to address each of the competencies. And then I also want you to ChatGPT to include the course name, course fee, and course link. So when I hit enter on the keyboard, you can see that ChatGPT is drafting the competencies needed for the sales account manager specific to an education business. So after drafting this competency, it lists the recommended course, 1, 2, 3. So it lists a few courses. It not only lists the course, it tells me the course fee and the link to the course. Fantastic. Now let's move on to my fourth example. I wanted to ChatGPT to propose a recruitment strategy to source for the sales account manager. Sometimes recruitment is an issue. You can't hire the candidate you want. So now I want ChatGPT to help me with this. So I go back to chat.openai, and now I want it to, let's type here, propose a recruitment strategy to source for the sales account manager in an education business. Include the link of the most effective job portals for sales account manager in US, Singapore, and Indonesia. Explain, oops, I have a typo error here. Okay, next. Explain why you recommend this job portals. All right, let's click on this and see what ChatGPT gives me. So it gives me the recruitment strategy, which includes internal referral, posting in LinkedIn, industry conferences, job portals. And then these are the recommended job portals. Indeed.com, and it says that it's effective for US, Singapore, Indonesia. And why it recommends this? Because LinkedIn offer a wide range of job listings. And it also gives me Glassdoor as another job portal, and jobstreet.com. And it says jobstreet.com is more effective for Singapore and US. It never says that it's useful for Singapore and Indonesia, but not US. And it's good. It has a large pool of candidates for Southeast Asia. And yep, JobsDB also good for Singapore and Indonesia. So yep, these are the job portals that it recommended me. Cool. Now let's move on to number 5. I want ChatGPT to help me to predict the sales based on the course trainers training rating and course material rating. So now I'm asking ChatGPT to do predictive analytics. Now let's get back to chat.openai.com. So in this example, I want ChatGPT to predict sales. And to do this, okay, wait, let's get back to here. So this is my data here. All right, so I mentioned I want to ChatGPT to predict the sales based on the trainer rating and the course material rating. So to do this, let's select this data, right-click it, and select the copy. Then go back to chat.openai.com. At this chat box, right-click, and paste the data. Then you click onto this, and let's see. So it did some analysis of this data. But what I want it to do is this data looks a bit difficult to read. I want it to convert to this table. So to do this, let's type convert the above data set into a table. And click onto this. And let's take a look. It gets it into a nice table from here to here. Now, I want ChatGPT to derive a regression formula to do predictive analytics to predict the sales based on a given trainer rating and course material rating. So how do we do that? Let's type here using the above data derive a regression formula to predict sales given trainer rating equals 90, course material equals to 90 as well. So I would expect generally the higher the trainer rating, if you see my this data, and the higher the course material rating, the sales will be higher, nearly 1,000. So if the trainer is rated lowly by the course participants and course material is low, the sales will be low. So let's see what is the sales if trainer rating is 90 and course material is 90. So let's click on this and take a look. All right, this is the regression formula here and here. So predicting sales based on trainer rating of 90 and course material of 90, the sales is 2,000. Ooh. All right. Now let's try an example. This time, let's try to predict. All right. Let's now use a trainer with low rating. I copy that text and I paste it here. Just now I said 90, trainer rating 90. Now I use trainer rating 30 and course material 30. So using the above data, um, no. Let's change it to using the same regression formula. I want ChatGPT to predict the sales given that the trainer rating is 30 and the course material is 30. So now let's hit this button and take a look. It should be quite low. Yep. So now the predicted sales is only 300 plus. All right. If the rating is 30, trainer rating is 30, course material is 30, it predicts that the sales will be 300 plus, is around here. So it's just about right. All right. Cool. So now, next, I want it to predict the increase in sales amount for every 1% increase in trainer rating. So to do this, let's write using the same regression formula, predict the increase in sales amount for every 1% increase in trainer rating. So now I'm asking it to do predictive analytics again. So now let's click on this and see what result I give. So if the trainer is better, rated better by 1%, what is the increase in sales amount? So it's give me this. Yes, it's calculated for me. So it tells me how it works it out. It uses this regression formula, right? And it shows me the whole working, and then it predicts for me. For every 1% increase in trainer rating, the predicted increase in sales is $62, assuming all other variables such as cost material rating remains constant. So now let's copy this again and come to here and paste it. This time, instead of 1% increase in trainers rating, I want it to predict 1% increase in cost material rating. So using the same regression formula, predict the increase in sales amount for every 1% increase in cost material rating. Just now was trainer rating. Now it's the cost material. So now let's hit on this and see. Cool. So it gives me an answer. So for every 1% increase in cost material rating, the predicted increase in sales is 0.75 $0.85, assuming all other variables such as trainer rating remain constant. So it's 0.75 for 1% increase. Whereas for trainer just now, it is 1% increase in trainer rating. The predicted increase in sales is $62. Oh, so trainer rating is more important because it's 62, is higher than 0.75 than the cost material rating. So the trainer is more important. Now, let's get back to my spreadsheet. So I have went through number 5, how to predict sales based on the cost trainers rating and cost material rating. Next, I want ChatGPT to prescribe interventions to enhance sales training effectiveness. So how do we do that? Let's get back to chat.openai.com. So now here, let's type in prescribe interventions to enhance sales training effectiveness in bullet points for sales account manager in an education business. Oh, there's some typo error here. All right, so I want it to prescribe interventions to enhance sales training effectiveness. And I want it to give me bullet points rather than in long paragraphs for sales account manager in an education business. So now let's click on this and see. So it gives me here some of the interventions to enhance sales training effectiveness for sales account manager in an education business. It gives me quite a few good ideas, like develop a comprehensive sales training program, use interactive training methods, provide ongoing coaching and feedback, encourage sales account manager to share best practices, provide regular refresher training, use technology tools such as video training, align sales training with business objectives, use metrics to measure the effectiveness of training, offer incentives and rewards for sales account managers who demonstrate mastery of sales skill and achieve sales targets. Cool. Now let's get back here. So ChatGPT has helped me to prescribe interventions to enhance sales training effectiveness. Now I want ChatGPT to draft the high potential assessment criteria for sales account manager. Now let's get back to chat.openai.com. To do that, let's type here. Suggest 3 high potential assessment criteria. Okay, there's a typo error here. Okay, criteria for a sales account manager in an education business. Then I can hit the enter key on my keyboard and ChatGPT starts listing it down. So it tells me here are 3 high potential assessment criteria for a sales account manager in an education business. So the 3 high potential criteria it gives me are sales performance, leadership potential, learning agility. Right? So and it explains what are these factors about. Cool. Now let's get back to the next example here. Now I want it to draft a tiered sales commission plan. So how do we do that? Let's get back to chat.openai. So at this chat box, you can type draft a tiered sales commission plan for a sales account manager in an education business. Include the sales Com commission rate, and explain why you propose this commission rates. Then let's click on this and see what ChatGPT comes up with. So here's the tiered sales commission plan for sales account manager in an education revenue. So it gives me 3 tiers. For this sales revenue range, up to 500,000, 5%. For 500,000 to 1 million, 7%. For anything above 1 million, sales revenue gives 10% revenue, 10% commission. And then I ask it to include to explain why they propose this commission rate. So here's the explanation. The tiered sales commission plan incentivizes the sales account manager to sell more by offering a higher commission rate for higher sales revenue. The commission rate of 5% is for sales revenue up to 500,000. So here, up to 500,000, which provides a baseline commission for the sales amount for the sales account manager's effort. The commission rate then increases to 7% for sales revenue between 500,000 to 1 million, which rewards the sales account manager for achieving a higher sales target. So finally, the sales commission rate increases to 10% for sales revenue above 1 million, which encourages the sales account manager to exceed expectations and achieve exceptional sales result. This commission plan motivates sales account manager to focus on increasing sales revenue while providing a fair, transparent incentive structure that rewards performance. Wow, that's great. Now let's move on to our next example. Now, number 9, I want it to explain sales commission formula. So if you go to my spreadsheet here, so I have built a sales commission formula. So the table on my left is a sales commission plan. So what I wrote here is for sales that is between 0 to 3,000, the commission rate is 0. The salesperson doesn't get any commission. For sales above 3,000 to 6,000, you get a commission of 5%. For sales above 6,000, you get a commission of 8%. So in the colored cells here, there are Excel formulas. You can see here, the Excel formulas here. All right, that this Excel formula auto calculates the commission payout based on the sales in column H. Right, in column H using the if formula. So you can see 2005 is less than 3,000, so the commission payout is 0. Right, so you make 2005 sales times the commission rate of 0, you get 0. So for here, if Bert makes sales of 6,000, this is the formula. All right, so he gets 6,000 is under this tier, 3,000 to 6,000. So he gets 6,000 times 5%. The formula is here, 6,000 times 5%, he gets $300 commission. So Katie, she makes a sales of 9,000, which is under this tier above 6,000. So she gets 8% commission. So it's basically 9,000 times 8%, you get 720. All right, so this is how you calculate, but this is the Excel formula. If you want to build it in your Excel spreadsheet, this is the Excel formula. All right, so this formula looks complicated, and often you may see very complicated formula. So you want the ChatGPT to help you to explain it. So I've copied this formula. You see here, this is exactly the same here into here. So I want ChatGPT to explain this formula. So let me copy this, Control C. I want it to explain what does this formula say. And now let's go back to the ChatGPT, to chat.openai.com. So at this text chat box here, right click and paste that here. So I paste it here, explain this Excel formula, and I click it. So it's explaining to me. This Excel formula uses the if function to calculate a commission payout for a salesperson based on their sales performance. Here's how the formula works. H9 refers to the cell containing the salesperson total sales revenue for a given period. So it explains this H9. What is H9? And then it explains D6 here. D6 refers to the cell containing the sales target for the salesperson for that period. So you explain the whole thing so you can read it. Excel basically explains the whole complicated formulas. It can explain complicated formulas for you. Now let's get back here and show to our next example. So ChatGPT can also write Excel formulas for you. Now let's get to here. So in this example, in this last example, I want ChatGPT to write a formula to calculate the age here of these people. And I'm going to use this based on their date of birth in this cell. So I have their date of birth here. I want the formula to automatically compute the age here. All right. So now let's get back to the ChatGPT page. So at the text box at the bottom of ChatGPT, you can type write an Excel formula to give the age of the person based on their date of birth in cell C6. And I click onto this. Who has given me here? To calculate the age of a person based on their date of birth in cell C6, you can use the following Excel formula. Cool. So let's highlight this formula. And then right-click it and copy it. Now go back to the Excel sheet. Here, right-click it. And let's paste the formula and hit enter. Yes, it has calculated for me. This person whose date of birth is this, the age is 46. Now let's drag this down, drag the formula down. Okay, so the birthday is this birthday, the age is 42. Kathy, whose birthday is this, the age is 32. Wow. So now I have covered all these 10 examples of how ChatGPT can be used for sales. Alright, that's it. I hope that you find the video useful. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the HR Diary channel. See ya!